So we have been doing business with almost all the carriers, including the Tier 1, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, and also Metro PCS and Cricket. So we have launched more than 10 devices in this market, including 3 smartphones.
In terms of revenue, do you disclose U.S. revenues for your device segment?
You know, ZTE is a public traded company, so I have a strict requirement from our investment relationship department, so I cannot disclose partial information. But I can tell you, in 2011, ZTE overall worldwide has been growing very fast. For the handset division, our revenue has increased by 50%, and our shipment exceed 100 million unit mark. As you know, we also overtook Apple as the number 4 device vendor in the world in Q3. And we also shipped more than 16 million smart devices in 2011. And so, which is also a phenomenal year for us.
What impact has ZTE had on the U.S. economy in terms of economic buying power? You mentioned your investment and spend in the U.S. economy. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so ZTE has been engaged in the U.S. market since 1998. So since then, we have did the greenfield investment more than $300 million by ourselves. Meanwhile, we also working with our American partners mostly in the area you cover, like Qualcomm, Intel, and Broadcom, Terra, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Google. So we buy chipset from them and also pay royalty to them. So for last year until Q3, we have accumulated purchase about $3.7 billion from those high-tech U.S. companies. And so we not only employ by ourselves, but we also create a job, high-tech jobs in the U.S.
How many employees do you have in the United States?
In North America, we have about 400 employees. 82% of them are local hiring as a U.S. citizen, and we continue to grow our employment base.
And how many employees do you have globally?
Globally, we have about 85, 89, I don't know the latest number on a global basis, and we have about 50 to 60,000 within China, and the rest is spread out 140 countries worldwide.
And what types, as you look at 2012, what are some of your major initiatives in 2012, and what are some things we can expect to see on the LTE front?
So in 2012, particularly in U.S. markets, we will further improve our cooperation with all the carriers. So this year we can truly come out, so we declare we're working with all the carriers in the United States, and we will invest more customized solution for them. And we are going to launch LTE products as a smartphone, tablet, hotspot. As you see that we already announced the UFi 890 with Verizon, which is the first in the world, and first with Verizon also, a global 4G LTE devices can support 10 mobile hotspot users get Wi-Fi access at the same time, and which will be a great product for the business users.
You talked about customization as being an important part of your strategy in 2012. Can you expand on that comment and maybe offer some examples as to what that might look like for one of your carrier customers?
So ZTE's strength is that we listen to the carriers, because we believe in the U.S. market is a carrier-driven market. So our strategy is support carrier strategy. We support carrier strategy, support their segmentation strategy, support their promotion plan, and support their competition strategy, and their product roadmap and technology roadmap. So for example, UFi 890 is a good example. When Verizon has an LTE 4G strategy, and of course many vendors supporting them. Not so many companies have competence and technology to support that global strategy based on LTE. So that is what ZTE can do. So this product can be used in more than 200 countries worldwide, and so helping Verizon to attract their business users.
That's my next question. Which market segment was that product specifically developed for? Is it the business market?
Yeah, most is for supporting Verizon's global strategy.
So talk a little bit about some of your other LTE phones, both globally and then here in the United States. What are some of the more interesting phones that you think you'll be rolling out this year?
So this year we're going to launch a few new platforms for the LTE, and which is also covering the affordable, the tier, middle tier, and also high tier phones. So we will improve the battery life. We will improve the ID design from the thickness, and also display and the speed. So we will optimize all these factors to be able to bring the latest technology to the more accessible to all the American consumers.
Historically, your products were private label. Can you talk a little bit about your branding strategy, what you hope to achieve in terms of positioning the ZTE brand in the North American market?
So in 2011, actually, we come out with many ZTE branded devices. So with Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, Cricket, and Metro PCS. So looking forward to this year, we will see the penetration of our ZTE branded phones and devices will further increase. And meanwhile, we will also invest more in the field sales and marketing. So we hire third parties to work with our carrier partners, their dealers, their channels, so let them to understand more about who we are as a ZTE. And we also support the carriers and dealers, their channels, when they launch our products. So supporting that will create a brand awareness through them to our consumers. And second thing we're going to invest that we also, you may notice that ZTE now become better known than last year in the United States. So we're going to invest more in our brand positioning. So we are working with our third party and branding experts, so we will be able to relaunch our brand positioning in the United States this year.
I have heard you've got some stiff competition from brands that have been established here for a number of years. What do you think it's going to take for ZTE to become a preferred brand by consumers and businesses alike?
The proliferation of the smartphone, particularly the Android and smartphone, actually helped ZTE build our brand name in this marketplace. Traditionally, there is some traditional brand names have advantage because when consumer went to a shop and they have some names in their mind already in the past, but today when they walk into shops, what they have in mind is that they want an Android phone, or they want a Windows phone, or they want to have iPhone. So with that, so we believe, for ZTE, a company like ZTE, newcomers actually give us advantage to increase our market share. So that the most important things we believe building a brand name is to focus on sales and increase your penetration rate, market share in this marketplace, and then focus on quality of your products, what you can bring to the consumers. And I believe with these two, and also with our close relationship with our leadership as a B2B market, because we are established ourselves as a reliable and customization partner with carriers, I do believe we have a big, bright future for our ZTE brand in this marketplace.
So in terms of operating systems, you've talked about Android, you mentioned Windows. What can you tell us about the Windows relationship in terms of products being deployed this year?
We have a strong partnership with Google. As you see, it's mainstream smartphone today, it's Android. So ZTE remain committed to support Android as a primary smartphone platform for us. And our relationship with Windows, with Microsoft, also back to 1980s. We also launched a Windows 6 phone, and now we are launching, Windows Mango already in Europe, and we are expecting we're going to launch Tango-based phone in the United States this year also. So we are one of the top 5 priority partners for Windows, and we are also the only one from mainland China who's supporting Windows Phone. So our goal is, of course, working very close with carrier and support their strategy. Means we are not pushing any operating system to carrier. We let carrier to make the activation. But what we do is that we will make sure we will have the competence to support both operating systems, and also our goal is also our hardware will support both operating systems, which means, if you pick up one hardware design, if you prefer Windows 8 or Tango or Android, we can do that on the same platform. So we are going to, majority of our phones in the US this year will be smartphone based on Android platform. But we do believe we're going to launch at least one phone in the United States with Windows mobile operating system this year.
But tell us about your business model in the U.S. What are you doing uniquely to tailor your business model here in the North American market?
So we have a unique business model we call ACW in the United States. So A stands for America. So we work with American high-tech companies such as Intel, Broadcom, Qualcomm, TI, Freescale, Google, and Microsoft. So we buy the chipset from them, and also pay the license fee for the IP. So we leverage on American innovation. C stands for China. So we leverage our vast resources, rich resource, engineering resource in China, and also effective in the supply chain management in China. So we can invest the resources, support our carrier customers' strategy, customize our product solutions for them. And W stands for worldwide. So we design those products, we sell worldwide. So we have economy of scale and also helping US economy. And we also be competitive not only in US but also worldwide market. That is a win-win-win business model we're having.
Earlier you talked about having product price points that could serve multiple markets. Can you talk a little bit about the different products that you're most excited about and which market segments you hope they'll be targeting?
So in September 2011, we launched our first Android smartphone in the United States with Cricket or Leap Wireless, called it Score, ZTE Score, which is very successful product launched for them. Not only driving their upgrade from the existing customer to higher end phones, which is helping them to reduce the churn rate and also increase ARPU. And with this product, we also integrate their music platform, which is creating additional value to the consumers and improve the attachments to their subscribers to their carrier. And that is a great example. We have increased the penetration and make today's product more affordable to the normal American people. Meanwhile, we also help the carrier to execute their strategy and helping them to improve their bottom line. And we also launched the Warp, which is a 4.3-inch high-end smartphone with Sprint and Boost Mobile. And that product is also well received by the market now as the top-tier prepaid smartphone in their portfolio. So those are the two good examples how we supporting the carrier strategy and also develop the right product for the right segment. And we also launched UFi 890 at this show together with Verizon That is also another example for us to bring the latest innovative product to this market to support their global 4G LTE strategy.
You talked about the W in terms of worldwide being part of your overall business plan. Can you give us an example of a product that you've launched perhaps globally that you're able to leverage those economies of scale and bring that product to the United States?
For example, we launched Skate, which is 4.3-inch smartphone platform. So actually the Warp was developed based on the Skate platform. So we call it Warp in the United States, which is an example. And also there is other examples. We have launched the products in the United States and then we'll go sell worldwide and even back to China, some CDMA products or the mobile hotspot.